Yo, this is WSoul13 bringing you Raid Shadow Legends. Today, we're going to be looking at the extra legendary event. Right? So we've done this video before. So what is the reason why you would ever do a extra legendary event? So first of all, know that your chance of summoning the exact legendary that you want is so laughably low. Like, even if you do summon your legendary, getting the one you want is just so poor in terms of chances, right? The second thing here is that, have you been keeping track of your mercy system? So for me, if you are hitting your mercy system, alright, so this is a good time to review the mercy system for people that don't know what the mercy system is. So, we're doing it for ancients, right? So for ancients, it's for ancients and voids, after 200 summons without a legendary, you get a plus 5% chance of pulling a legendary after that. So it's probably gonna take an additional, I don't know, 5 to 10 ancients on top of your 200 that you've already spent that you haven't pulled a legendary. So to me, this extra legendary is literally only for the people that have been so unlucky that it took them 200 summons without a legendary to trigger the mercy system, right? So if you're 200 shards deep, you triggered mercy, and you haven't pulled your legendary yet, well, lucky for you, you get that back. So your chances. So let's kind of get some rough math out of the way. 1% chance for 2x. All right, so let's go back to summoning chances. So without 2x, it's 0.5% chance to get a legendary. So that means the distribution is supposed to be for every 200 shards open, there should be one legendary there, right? But that's not how chances work. Yeah. Which means for a chunk of people who have opened 200 ancients, and the number is pretty big when you put it through a probability calculator, there is something like half the people never pull a legendary. It's almost half the people that open 200 shards. A lot of them will not pull a legendary. This event might be for you, you know. The thing is, have you been keeping track, right? If you haven't, then, you know, it's a gamble. Huge gamble. If you've been keeping track, it's not a gamble at all. Ancients are a pretty disposable kind of like shard to pull for, because you can use gems to get more, you know, and you get a lot every month, right? So, yeah. If you're one of these people that were keeping track of your mercy system and you're within range, this is a good way to get some good luck back, right? This is like 2x actually working. if you get triggered on your mercy during this event. For everybody else, I'd say just diamond hand your shards. Don't even think about it. It's not worth it. You can gamble, but also, what does gambling get, right? Probably a legendary you don't want to use anyway, you know. So it's better to wait for a guaranteed champ event for the legendary you want, or look into the fusion events and try to build your teams through there. If you get lucky, you want to get lucky during the guaranteed champ event and during the fusion events. That's it. That's how you get lucky in this game now. Shards are meant to be held now, you know. They're more valuable unopened now. Them's the breaks. That's how the math works out in this game. Opardin is looking to be a pretty smooth fusion if you get through the shard events. So it's really the shard events that's gonna get people. And I understand, because they're asking for a lot more than they usually do for these fragment fusions. it used to be anywhere from 2,000, maybe like 1,500 to 2,000 points or 2,500 points. But now they're asking for, or even a lot of them last year were free. You know, if you played the events correctly, you could get the fusion champ without ever pulling a shard. But the way they do it now is they want you to pull both shard events and possibly even complete one of them, right? So we did 2,500 for champ chase, and now we have to do another maybe 10, or maybe 1,000, maybe 1,500 for summon rush, anywhere between 2 to 3 sacred shards to get that, right? For Opardin, who's actually proving to be a pretty good champ, right? There's some clan boss comps coming out around him. So we did Fire Knight already, 2250. That's kind of normal for these kind of events. Champ training, 5,000 points is not bad at all, actually. Very doable. Definitely get your fragments there. That's easy. Artifact enhancement is just using your saved up silver from all the dungeon runs you've been doing. I haven't even cleared out mine yet, and I already have a lot of silver stacked up for this. Dungeon divers is not the most convenient thing, but at least it's running through champ training, so I can probably get this last, what is this, 900 points to go. Darn, that's a lot of points though. I could probably get this last 900 points through the champ training. If not, I may have to go back into that Fire Knight and just get all the way to the top of that, I guess, and get that 4-star chicken. I wish that wasn't a 4-star chicken. You know, that's kind of like a little bit disappointing. 3,300 points, so that's a little bit high, but still nothing too crazy for artifact enhancement. Core hammer at 4,000. So a lot of people go after these core hammers. It's up to you if you go after that or not. I've gotten through fine on my account without farming core hammers. So yeah, we're at a point in the Opardin fusion where we're almost done with it. Yeah, 40 fragments to go. So I guess the last big one is gonna be this weekend where we do the, is it 2x? It's a 10x this weekend, right? So we're gonna do a 10x this weekend. We don't know what they're gonna give us. Usually, if it's a fusion event, the 10x's are not good. So if it's any good, then great. That's a bonus. This is what I'm talking about, luck. All right. You need to have space for luck to happen. And that's just a great strategy all around in life. Like, you need space for luck to happen. The problem, the flip side of that is if you go chasing after luck too much, you get burned, right? So, I think the best way to generate an environment in your account where you make luck happen is if you go after these fusion events, because if you get lucky, it's on top of getting a fusion event done. And then if you've saved up enough for a guaranteed champ event and the guaranteed champ is actually impactful, well then you've just left yourself a little bit of room for luck during the pulls, right? You get something. But also at the end of that road, you get exactly what you need. See? That's a better way of looking at how to process luck in this game. You make luck in this game. You make your own luck in this game. That's how I see it. The price is, of course, time. And honestly, this game is played over such a long period of time anyway, right? So it's not really something that even the people that spend tens of thousands of dollars on this game, and there have been people that have spent tens of thousands of dollars in this game, it's not something you just sit down and you just go, zoop, I get to the end, right? Nope. You really do have to put time into the game, because you have to learn the comps, you have to learn how they work, you need to learn what stats to use and all that stuff. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this little update for the Opardin fusion. Oh yeah, I'm gonna do a little mini update too on the new game plus. Looky. So I've just cleared out my roster. I put them all in the vault, so they're right there. I'm still using them. It's not like I'm not using them. This is more like for demonstration purposes, right? So it's easier for me to show you the guys I'm bringing into the field. So do a quick overview of where I think the account should be before you can kind of like mimic what I'm doing. You have to be, I think, at around 120 days. 180 is better, so Seal of the Drakes would be better to have on your account. This is for like right before you get Seal of the Drakes, so maybe like a couple of months before you get Seal of the Drakes. And then you get Dark Elaine, she's gonna be your nuker, and then Haikatoon is a free champ. This is the F2P Trinity right here, which is Starter, War Maiden, Kale. Starter, War Maiden, Haikatoon, right? The only piece of luck you will need in the first 120 days is pulling a decrease attack champ, right? So you'll need this for Clan Boss. So that's it. That's literally the only piece of luck you'll need when you first start out in Raid. Everything else is farmable, right? And then Valerie, well, we're gonna be using her as our carry champ and also for like normal Doom Tower stuff. Apothecary, obviously everybody knows Apothecary is amazing. And there's a guaranteed way to get Apothecary for a lot of the newer players now. So if you're a newer player and you did get Apothecary guaranteed, I put him in the mix. Gnarlhorn is, I think for me, the best piece of the Rosin fusion. So the Rosin fusion is something you have to be looking out for. So Gnarlhorn is the best of those rares available there in the Rosin fusion. Definitely look out for this one. If you get him, you can actually put him up to 60 even before you get Rosin. And if you do end up sacrificing your levels, your 6-star Gnarlhorn to get Rosin, you know, that is a decision that's going to be up to you. In my opinion, I just waited till I got my Duke Gnarlhorn before I went for Rosin. I don't think Rosin is the extremely impactful champ that people make him out to be before. Because now you got Syl, now you got Vizix, who's kind of like better in terms of those wave content. But Rosin is amazing in Clan Boss, right? So he is going to be a piece of your Clan Boss team for sure. For the uncommons, you're looking at Zephyr Sniper, Shield Guard, Armiger, with Armiger being the most important to get. So I'd probably rank this as Armiger first, and then if you really want to, you can do Zephyr Sniper as a Spiderling tank for Spiders 20. Not really that important early in the game because you're just gonna be doing Spiders 13, you know. Shield Guard is someone you can get later on in the game because he helps you speed up your campaign farming, and also you can free up your starter as the campaign farmer, so you can dress him up in more damage dealing gear if you're using him for arena, or survivability gear if you pick Kale and you're using them in boss killer for dungeons, right? And then Simple is ending this month, so I'm gonna be doing a showcase on Simple. That will be the first thing I do. It's for the people that have Simple, right? So let's say you jump onto this series, because this is going to be a year-long series. So let's say you jump into this series like in the middle of the year and you don't have Simple. Well, I'm going to have comps without Simple. That's just it, right? And then the other ones that you probably will have leveled up somewhere along the way is a Diabolist. And the Diabolist is just there to speed up your team, right? So it does the Apothecary Haikatoon thing before you get Apothecary or Haikatoon. So the Diabolist does that role. And it's honestly not a bad idea to just keep whatever it is, whatever Diabolist you use. If you level it up to 50, it's fine. Just keep her around, because at some point she might come into play for you, even in Faction Wars. But yeah. And then a second Armiger, I mean, you know, at some point you're gonna have to put up a second Armiger, right? You don't need to do it immediately, obviously, right? It's gonna depend on which version of Scarab King you get stuck in. But Armiger, at some point, you're going to have 2 if you don't pull Cold Heart or Soulbound Boyer or any of the other really good decreased turn meter. Allure is the top of that, by the way, who is an epic. So, yeah. Hope you guys enjoyed a little update, because we are going to be doing New Game Plus very, very soon. I'm going to start off with like baseline statistics. So basically, we're just taking a look at how far the F2P Trinity concept can take you before you hit any real luck. Yeah? Okay, well, that's it, guys. I'll see you all next time.